Hey guys, for decades Skinwalker Ranch has stood at the crossroads of mystery and science, an enigmatic stretch of Utah desert where reality seems to bend in ways that challenge our most basic understanding of physics and spacetime. But as the evidence continues to mount, captured by advanced instrumentation, vetted by top scientists, and witnessed by credible officials, the time for speculation is over. Dr. Travis Taylor, chief scientist and lead investigator on the secret of Skinwalker Ranch, is calling for decisive government action. As he and his team push the boundaries of high-tech experimentation, one thing becomes clear. We are rapidly approaching a moment of reckoning. The recent season of experiments culminated in what may be the most perplexing event yet. A high-powered rocket engineered to soar at 800 miles per hour and reach 10,000 feet vanished after being launched directly through the infamous anomalous zone above the triangle, an area already known for bizarre electromagnetic activity and unexplained aerial phenomena. "I didn't hear a pop. I didn't see anything. It's gone," a team member reported shortly after the rocket disappeared from view. Even more strange, there was no crash, no debris, no sound, just absence. To the casual observer, this might be written off as a malfunction, but the team at Skinwalker Ranch knows better. Earlier in the year, a radar balloon scan detected a quarter-second time shift exactly at the same altitude the rocket disappeared. In the world of high-precision physics, a quarter-second time anomaly is not just significant, it's groundbreaking. As Dr. Taylor points out, such shifts are consistent with what Einstein predicted as potential side effects of traversable wormholes. That's real physics, he emphasizes, and it's happening right here. While the rocket's disappearance rattled the team, what followed was even more surreal. Thermal imaging and advanced drone surveillance set up during the launch picked up phenomena that were invisible to the naked eye. UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, appearing out of thin air and objects flying in intelligent formation. The thermal footage shows a solitary object materializing without approach. No ascent, no entry from the horizon, just presence. Explain how it would appear out of thin air, Dr. Taylor challenges, urging viewers and officials alike to look past conventional explanations. But that wasn't all. Subsequent data revealed what could only be described as a fleet. One object appearing to split into multiple smaller units, moving in tight, precise formation. As the video plays back, former Governor Gary Herbert and aerospace experts in the viewing room are visibly shaken. Like a cell dividing, one observer notes. What makes this all the more pressing is the scientific rigor applied to these experiments. This isn't a handful of conspiracy theorists waving cameras at the stars. This is a team composed of defense intelligence veterans, NASA-affiliated aerospace executives, physicists, and former government UAP task force operatives. Among them, Jay Stratton, a career intelligence leader, Eric Bard, the chief scientist overseeing real-time data capture, and Brandon Fugel, the ranch AS owner and benefactor, who has bankrolled one of the most extensive private scientific investigations in U.S. history. Thermal cameras, FLIR technology, radar balloons, and GPS-tracked drones have all been deployed to track anomalies. And when these tools collectively validate events that defy classical explanation, such as UAPs that appear and move in ways unknown to modern aviation, it becomes impossible to ignore the implications. "It's not birds," Travis Taylor asserts. "Birds don't move in perfect formation without flapping, and they certainly don't appear from nowhere at 10,000 feet in pitch-black conditions. The data is there. The science is real. The time for debate is over." Travis Taylor's message is pointed. It is time for the United States government to make a final judgment on the future of Skinwalker Ranch. First, it requires recognition. Skinwalker Ranch must be publicly acknowledged as a zone of persistent anomalous activity. This is not just a curiosity. It's a national security issue. Any space where aerial phenomena can enter and exit without detection or explanation raises questions about surveillance, aerospace defense, and technological parity. Second, it demands official investigation. While private research has taken the lead for years, it's time for agencies like NASA, DARPA, and the Department of Defense to commit to a sustained, transparent, and well-funded investigation. As one of the few sites with replicable phenomena, Skinwalker Ranch offers a living laboratory for cutting-edge science. Third, it calls for international collaboration. The anomalies at Skinwalker Ranch may very well connect to larger global patterns of UAP sightings. Sharing data, models, and theories with international partners could accelerate discovery and help develop a global framework for understanding these events. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, there must be public transparency. The American people, and by extension the global population, deserve to know what is being uncovered. The time for secrecy has passed. As Dr. Taylor argues, if there's evidence of other dimensions, intelligent control, or even advanced technologies beyond our own, then hiding it only harms us. Skinwalker Ranch is shrouded in folklore, tales of portals, subterranean bases, shape-shifting entities, and interdimensional gateways. But what has been happening over the last few years pushes these stories from legend into the realm of empirical inquiry. Whether it's unexplained radiation spikes, animal mutilations, electromagnetic interference, or time distortions, each layer of mystery only adds to the urgency. The scientific evidence supports what was once whispered in local lore. That Skinwalker Ranch is not just a place of interest, it is a nexus of phenomena that challenge our fundamental understanding of space, time, and consciousness. As we look to the future, Travis Taylor's plea is not born of paranoia or fanaticism. It's born of data, observation, and a desire to understand. He stands on the shoulders of giants, from Einstein to Feynman, who encouraged us to follow the evidence no matter how strange or uncomfortable. The evidence at Skinwalker Ranch now demands a final judgment, not from TV viewers, internet sleuths, or even private scientists, but from our government and its elected representatives. Will they rise to the occasion? It's time. Time to admit that the unexplainable is real. Time to investigate, to collaborate, and most of all, to act. Skinwalker Ranch is no longer just a legend. It's a scientific frontier, and what lies beyond may very well reshape the future of humanity. The findings at Skinwalker Ranch are becoming increasingly difficult to dismiss, not just for the scientific community, but for government agencies tasked with national defense and intelligence. The evidence, thermal imaging of objects appearing from nowhere, rockets vanishing mid-air, and time distortions, suggests that this location may be influenced by forces beyond conventional explanation. Dr. Travis Taylor's demand for formal government involvement is not based on speculation. It's a logical next step when empirical data repeatedly defies the known laws of physics. It's time, he argues, to acknowledge that Skinwalker Ranch could be a strategic and scientific resource, or a looming threat. One of the most haunting aspects of the investigation is the possibility that Skinwalker Ranch could be a fixed node of intersecting timelines or realities. The time dilation observed above the triangle may indicate that this location is a natural rift in space-time, a thin spot in the fabric of our dimension where moments from other realities bleed through. If this is true, then the implications are as philosophical as they are scientific. Could the vanishing rocket have traveled into another timeline? Could the UAPs be projections or entities originating from another version of Earth? If so, what happens when we look back? Conspiracies surrounding Skinwalker Ranch have existed for decades, fueled by government secrecy and past ownership by aerospace moguls like Robert Bigelow, who conducted classified studies on the property. The continued appearance of advanced aerial phenomena, and the suspicion that they may be intelligently controlled or remotely coordinated, suggests that these sightings may be part of a larger intelligence, one that remains unidentified. Could there be a surveillance mechanism already monitoring human interaction with the ranch? The ranch is a gateway. It's possible something, or someone, is guarding it. Moreover, the presence of sentient aerial formations that behave unlike birds or drones challenges our understanding of life itself. Could these be manifestations of artificial intelligence from another dimension? Are they biological in origin, or composed of energy-based life forms beyond our spectrum of perception? One compelling theory raised by experts is that the ranch is an ecosystem all its own, inhabited by interdimensional entities or technological organisms designed to camouflage, adapt, or even react to human observation. These are not just science fiction scenarios. They are viable hypotheses supported by data collected on site. Another concern is the psychological and physiological impact on individuals working at the ranch. Numerous team members have reported headaches, disorientation, and even cognitive interference while engaging with the ranch's hot zones. Coupled with gamma radiation spikes and anomalies in electromagnetic fields, there's growing fear that prolonged exposure could be dangerous. If the ranch is a portal, or even a nexus of energy convergence, the risks to human health and consciousness need immediate long-term study. This isn't just about solving mysteries. It is about protecting those who seek the truth. Ultimately, what Skinwalker Ranch offers is not only a tantalizing glimpse into advanced physics, but a crossroads between science, myth, and policy. Dr. Taylor I.'s insistence on decisive governmental action is a plea for responsible stewardship of one of Earth's most extraordinary enigmas. Whether the ranch holds the secrets to UAPs, wormholes, or interdimensional life, it is no longer enough to treat it as a fringe curiosity. The data is too rich, the implications too vast, and the consequences of inaction too great. The time for judgment has come, and the future may well depend on it.